Stand ahoy! We have, it's been confirmed, we've just won the Guinness World Record for the youngest player to row the Hatchet! Legends! Legends!
I really liked the cliffs when we were coming in. It was quite surreal as well. It's hard to describe. I couldn't quite get my head around it.
Couldn't imagine anything. I didn't let myself. Antigua was a myth to me, and it was up until I saw land.
It was hard to believe it was real. I was kind of waiting to be pinched and woken up from the dream.
The departure to La Gomera was tough because we were saying goodbye to our family. They weren't coming out to Gomera, and we knew that the last time we were going to see them in a long time, and it crosses your mind that you might never see them again.
Oh, that's good morning.
I think my lowest point almost during the whole thing, I seem to remember, was driving away from university. I've always found it hard adjusting to stuff. And then we got there and it was like being on holiday. It was like
and once you get in La Gomera, you really relax big time when you see all the other teams on the other boats and you're all in the same situation. It was really tough having really busted our balls for 48 hours to get away from land. We knew that we had to clear El Hierro, which was our first and pretty much only waypoint before the finish.
Yeah. It's tipping it down outside. That's not why we're on inside though. We're on inside because of power anchor.
And so to have been pushed back due to bad weather and on power anchor pretty much to where we'd started was disheartening.
It is 4 days. Rough night on the seas. I find it very difficult to get my nutrition right. I'm reading a letter from Dad.
For the first 48 hours I saw Luke eating very well, and because I was struggling big time nutrition wise, that made me feel a little bit uneasy because I was able to see the amount of calories that I was supposed to be getting down.
I've just knocked off shift and it has started to tip it down.
I felt like I settled into it quite quickly and then got maybe rocked by all our clothes being wet in that first week. I just had nothing dry at all and my bum was just salty and uncomfortable the whole time, and between my legs it was just not nice.
My arse was miserable early on, 10 days, and I thought, oh jeez, what am I doing wrong?
Surgical scalpel. Holes for my cheeks.
And then thank goodness we started cutting out the mattress and basically making sculptures of our bum cheeks, and we were able to cut out little pieces where we had sores, and that I don't think any other teams did that because you're destroying your boat in a way.
I'm pretty happy today 'cause my balls ain't hurting no more.
There are 4 teams out of the race and 2 more who look close to going out, so we feel incredibly lucky, fortunate and happy that we're still where we are. And rowing an ocean, it really helps you enjoy the finer things in life. Oh, this pepperami. I've never smelled anything so tasty.
Just really little Christmas card from some family friends, the Bones. And guessing that you and Luke won't be pulling crackers, we thought that we would supply you with a few Christmas cracker jokes. Just don't fall overboard laughing, ha.
Dun, 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 dun. Beef jerky. And it's Christmas Eve. It's one of the most beautiful dawns I've ever seen. And we're just on a little boat in the middle of this, surrounded by nothing. It's these moments that make it all worth it to me.
Jesus Christ!
I found that morale came with the weather. The weather was bad. I was very much in the pits, although if we were going quick and the weather was bad, it was okay. But when the sun was shining and you were going, 2.5 knots, happy as Larry.
I loved it in the rain because I didn't have to put on sun cream. I wasn't too hot. I got too, I found it uncomfortable when it was too hot, and I was worried I was burning, basically.
Luke will get too hot and I'll be too cold most of the time.
Today, it's rained again, loads. Jim's not enjoying the rain at all. He's very upset by it. And Jim has also lost / broken all his iPods. We're not halfway through yet, so that'll be interesting to see what he's going to do.
I'm so bored. 28 days in. Hopefully not more than 25 to go. I've thought about everything that I can think about.
Whereas the guys that have said, you know, no, we didn't have anything to listen to. They were doing it in large, you know, in 4s, 6s, 12s. So there's always someone, you know, to have maybe a conversation with, say, hey, did you check that out, or isn't that beautiful? If you're doing it solo, you need some sort of exterior stimulus.
Apart from when me and Jamie argue, I get very angry, very cross.
This.
It's all just like, it got childish at points, and luckily, like, we're good enough friends, and I'll just try and remember the good times that we've had for so many years of our life, and yeah, I knew it was all going to be fine.
Never argue with anyone like that, but, you know, 2 hours on the oars soothes you out big time. So we have these incredible bust-ups like I'll never have again in my life. And then you'd relax and you'd realise that it's normal. We were very good at seeing the bigger picture.
We're both quite forgiving as well, I think.
We knew that it was the place where you would argue, and we've been told that these things were going to happen.
Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's so hot.
Sun is going down. The night's quite long and boring. The graveyard shift between 4 and 6 is always. I look at my watch too much during it. They come out of nowhere very, very fast. You don't think, yeah, the big old ship.
He's coming straight at us.
I got the radio to one guy and he said, you know, he's a Russian, he goes, how long have you been out here? And I said, 45 days and we're hoping for 7 more, and he just said, oh, holy Jesus. And that sort of made us realise, yeah, it's been a long time. It was nice seeing them. I always wondered what they were up to on board, what it'd be like, you know. Yeah, we had 3 dolphin encounters. The first one was quite cool. It was very, very calm, amazing clouds and dawn, and it was like a big one and 2 little babies or something, and they came and just potted around the boat, and it was right at the beginning, and it sort of set the whole thing in motion really for me. And then nothing for ages, and then we had one where they were like just jumping out of waves while we were going really fast. It seemed like there were loads of them, maybe 50.
That is one big fly fish. There's a normal sized one next to it. There's this one. I don't necessarily have a love of swimming or the sea. I knew that Luke was quite the opposite. He was very into. I mean, he'd done his channel swim. It was his element. If I had to, if I was doing it solo, obviously I'd do it. You know, but you know, I was more than happy. Yeah, like I said, not doing it. I mean, no, I don't have a phobia.
It was a nice cool off. It meant that you could like get in the cabin and sleep in the day, because then when you're warming up, you're quite cold. And also, I didn't once actually stretch out all my limbs properly, until I was in the water. So it felt really free, and it was pretty cool looking around, seeing like blue everywhere. Just an expanse of nothingness.
The swell was, for about 2 weeks in, for about 4 days, was just huge. You'd find yourself, your neck really just looking up, and that tells you that, you know, you're dealing with 4, 5, 6 meter waves. And I mean, on one occasion, it just absolutely hurled itself. I mean, tons of water drenched the boat. All the screws from my foot plates blew out, and I was pushed back against the rear hatch. And then, you know, you had to get your toolkit out in the middle of this huge weather in the middle of the night. It was particularly difficult dealing with them during poor daylight in the cloud cover, and then cooking, as you can imagine, is just a nightmare.
Get me off this boat. I've had enough.
Hard to actually gauge how big.
World record holder here. I got absolutely massacred last night around 2 AM by a horrible wave. Midnight. My penultimate night shift. Just been in the deepest sleep. You just can't let your body sleep for more than like an hour and a half.
We're no longer in first, but who cares? I don't really care. I just want to enjoy myself and I just want to get there, that's the main thing. And I'm starting to feel like more and more that it's definitely going to happen, touch wood. We've got 197 miles left. Isn't that not wonderful news, Jimmy?
Oh boy. Yeah, we are close.
Good morning. 2 nights left on board, we have. I'm on oars now. The good odds of boats. Yeah, I'm ready for the end. Very ready for it. Cabin. The living arrangements are all I can think about is clean sheets. Sleeping longer than 2 hours would be amazing. And my family as well. I want to see them.
The time has finally come. This is sunrise on our last and 55th day at sea. All our families and friends that we haven't seen for 2 months are about 200 meters away.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the time 54 days, 5 hours, 56 minutes and 26 seconds, the youngest pairs ever to have crossed the Atlantic Ocean.
Don't do the Atlantic.
Don't try, mate. You're not cut out for it. No, definitely step right up. Go for it. You're going to have a wonderful time and give it your all.
You've got to decide that you want to do it more than anything else in the world.